Welcome back to part 2. Next, what we have to do is we need to put a specifier to tell PHP what kind of argument we are expecting to be. So let's copy and paste this code. Let's comment out this so we won't be bothered. So when we got this, right? We need to put, let's say, as I said earlier, we can use either a int, array, boolean, or anything we want, right? So I will choose int, integer. I'll put int, right? When we initialize a int or anything we want here, so what will this print out? Earlier we said this will return us a double, right? A float, right? So this will return us an integer. This will be an integer. Not a string anymore. We need an integer. This will be an integer because we have initialized here int. Int. It will do the process and it will result and it will return us as integers. Okay, that's called the specifier. We're just basically telling PHP that what kind of argument we want that we are expecting to be. So we just choose it and it does its job. So next we need to talk about a strict method. That's the strict method. Alright, let's see. Let me show. I might just use this example again. Just copy and paste this. Comment this out. Okay, so we got this, right? To declare or to use the strict method into your code, simply just use the declare option and write strict types equals 1. That's all. So it can initialize the strict method. So, and then when you guys have, let's say, sum of 2, 3, right? This will print out 5, right? PHP return us as in 2 integer plus another integer, right? Because we have initial int over here. And this will be a 5 integer. Next, if we use a string, let's say, something like this, 2 and 3, if you guys try this, instead of returning any value at all, PHP just throws a big fat type error. Argument must be of the type integer and float given. So this is the error. Type error. Argument must be of the type integer string given. And then if we use something like this, as in float or double, it will do the same. We will get a nice big fat error from PHP. Basically, the strict type, when you declare strict types, basically it tells PHP that we want to use a strict type. Once we have that, PHP is no longer trying to coerce any of our value and still uses a strict handler, which will be very upset if we don't pass in values. So now if you see, we are passing in our strings or our floats, our strings or floats. Instead of returning any value at all, PHP throws a big fat type error. Yep, that's why you gotta pass in values in order to see a result from PHP. If you don't pass in values, then obviously it's gonna print out a type error, a big fat one from PHP. In fact, this is a strict method. It's very strict. Next, I'm gonna show you an example of how to declare in scalar type. To declare in scalar type, you can use either array, bool, float, int, and string. You can use these 5 types to declare in scalar type, as I showed you guys in my previous video in the return type declaration. By using this way only, if you use something like boolean or integer, it won't work. You won't get the result that you were expected to get. You gotta use the short terms, which is bool or int and so on. Yep. And let's recap. For a sec. So we got a null declaration. We got coercive declaration, and we got a strict declaration, right? So the null declaration uses value as is passed. Uses value as passed in, but our coercive declaration, it immediately coerce. But our strict declaration just raises an error if the type does not match. That's all, guys. Alright, so well, the scalar type declaration. If you guys have any problems with this, just leave a comment below and I will help you guys. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on to the next video.